And batting ninth, the catcher, number 17, Stone Basic. And on the mound tonight for the Casper Spuds is pitcher number...
College came to you, right where you live. How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined?
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000.
WU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com.
We are here at Hyde Stadium where it is once again time for Oahe Zap Baseball. I'm Evan Epstein. Thank you so much for tuning in here on a lovely Thursday evening. The Oahe Zap set to take on the Casper Spuds. The Zap come into this one hot. They won the first two games of the second half against the North Platte Plainsmen, 2-0, both of those non-conference games. Well, the Casper Spuds bring in a 9-game winning streak of their own. This will be the first game of the second half of the Independence League season for the Spuds. On the mound today for the Oahe Zap is Garrett Bergman. Bergman, through 10 appearances this year, has gone for 20 innings, an 0-1 record, posting a 6.3 ERA. He's given up 24 hits, 9 strikeouts across 16 walks. Bergman's first start of the season came last Sunday against the Spuds. He went 5 innings. Bergman's main problem was that he gave up 6 walks to the Spuds. They ended up scoring 6 runs throughout those first 5 innings on 6 hits. So Bergman, a chance for some revenge here in the first conference game of the second half for the Oahe Zap. Let's take a look at the game time weather report. Well, it looks good for now, around 86 and sunny, but we're going to see some thunderstorms rolling through between 7 and 8 p.m., so hopefully those just miss Hyde Stadium as we hope to get through this ball game without any delays, but definitely something to watch. There is a chance for some thunderstorms. Now we'll look at the Casper Spuds starting lineup for tonight. Leading off out in center field is Elijah Reeves, batting second at third base, Chase Burke. Hitting third is Dylan Schlotterback. Cleaning up at first base, Josh Phillips. Dawson Barricani will hit fifth. Matt Marsick hitting sixth. Chandler Stocking at second base will hit seventh. Raphael Jackson DHing tonight for the Spuds hits eighth. Stone Vasek hitting ninth. He's behind the plate as Reeves makes his way to the box, and we are just about ready to get underway. So the Oahe Zap have now won 4 of their past 7 games dating back to the road trip beginning last Wednesday. They took 2 of 3 in Spearfish. They lost 2 in Casper and then swept the Plainsmen for their 2-game series on Monday and Tuesday at Hyde Stadium. Bergman out ahead in the count 0-1 on Elijah Reeves. Well, Reeves has been fantastic for the Spuds this season, hitting .348 as he takes that pitch just outside. Count evens up 1-1. Reeves just 2 strikeouts in 96 plate appearances. Now the 2-2 pitch, and that one catches Reeves in the shoulder. So Elijah Reeves takes a free pass down to first. He's a dangerous runner on the base paths, 11 for 12 on his stolen base attempts so far this season. And that brings up Chase Burke. Well, interesting to see from Reeves now, who walked 5 times in his last game against the Zap. A hit by pitch to begin his night here tonight. That one gets away from Mason Lang behind the plate. Reeves will trot on down to second. Garrett Bergman already in a little bit of trouble here in the top of the first with a runner on second. A 1-0 count on Burke. Burke hitting .299 this season, getting on base at a clip of .461. That's thanks to 16 walks. Bergman looks back at the runner, now comes home with the 1-0 pitch, missing low, 2-0. Well, Burke played on Sunday against the Zap, so their game Sunday against the Zap was the last game that they played. Burke was 0 for 1, but he did work 3 walks as well as getting hit by a pitch, as Garrett Bergman has now fallen behind 3-0 in the count. Well, Bergman's biggest problem on Sunday was, or he pitched Saturday, was 6 walks against the Spuds. He already hit Elijah Reeves with the pitch as the 3-0. That one catches the plate for strike 1. And with the way the Spuds move on the base paths, it's going to be crucial for Bergman to minimize those walks here tonight. The 3-1 fastball in there for strike 2. So Garrett Bergman battling his way back into a full count here. Well, the Spuds on the base paths this year have stolen 96 bases. They've been caught stealing just 4 times. 3-2 pitch went to the breaking ball. That one misses high. So Chase Burke works a walk as the Spuds have runners on first and second with no one out here in the top of the first inning. Zap already in a little bit of trouble. Well, that brings up Dylan Schlotterback. Schlotterback in the series last weekend against the Zap, 2 for 9 with a walk, but he did drive in 5 runs over that span. The pitch, that one grounded foul. Schlotterback just a little bit ahead of that one. Count now 0-1. Well, Schlotterback hitting .372 this season with runners in scoring position. An opportunity here with no one out. Bergman looks back at the runner. Now the 0-1. That one down in the dirt once again as the count goes 1-1. You wonder if Reeves is perhaps just distracting Bergman a little bit off second base, Both Reeves and Burke have good speed. Burke 13 for 14 on his stolen base attempts this season. Now the 1-1 went to the fastball. That one catches the top of the strike zone as the count goes 1-2 on Dylan Schlotterbeck. Well, Schlotterbeck hitting .319 coming into this ball game. Couple home runs this season. The pitch, that one misses low and away. Count now 1-2. Bergman looking back. Now the 1-2 breaking ball. That one just misses inside. Count evens up 2-2. Take a look at the Zap in the field. In the outfield, Noah Wiggins in left, Emiliano Curiel in center, and Tyler Hoffman in right. On the infield, it's Jackson Mix at third, Buck Snabs at short, Cole Ottersberg at second, Vince Polizzi at first, Mason Lang behind the plate as the ball has gotten away from the Zap bullpen. And DHing tonight for the Zap will be Leandro Guevara. Now the pitch from Bergman. That one hit in the air, out to left field. That ball will get down. Elijah Reeves rounds third. He'll come home. The throw goes into third base, but pulls Jackson Mix off the bag. An RBI single for Dylan Schlotterbeck as the Casper Spuds have taken a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. Well, that brings up the dangerous Josh Phillips with runners on the corners and no one out. Phillips tied for the league lead in home runs over the first half with 6. Well, the wind is helping out the lefties tonight. It's blowing straight out towards right field. It seems to have died down a little bit, but it has been whipping out there all day. So Chase Burke, the runner off third. Dylan Schlotterbeck, the runner off first, as Bergman finds the outside corner with the fastball. Well, Schlotterbeck, a perfect 13 for 13 on his attempts, and with runners on the corners, you would think this is a situation the Spuds would be stealing from first. Bergman will check back in on Schlotterbeck to no avail. Well, Phillips leads the Casper Spuds in, well, most statistical categories, leads the team in home runs, RBIs, walks, and OPS, as Bergman misses that one low. The count now 1-1. Buck Snabs playing pretty far up the middle, almost a small shift on the lefty, a big hole in the left side. Bergman checks in on the runner once again. The count 1-1, middle infield stays back. Both Mix and Polizzi playing about parallel with the bag, so they'll have a chance to come home with the ball as Phillips swings through that one. Bergman ahead in the count 1-2. Well, Phillips last weekend in Casper was just 1 for 6 against the Oahe Zap with 3 strikeouts. Now the 1-2 pitch, that one misses down in the dirt once again as the count evens up at 2-2. Well, Phillips terrorized the Zap over the first 4 games, putting up 12 RBIs over that span. But he did struggle last weekend. 2-2 pitch just misses off the outside corner. Now a full count on Josh Phillips. Phillips hitting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Hits that one high in the air towards left. Noah Wiggins coming in. Buck Snabs will call it off in shallow center field, and he'll make the play for the first out of the inning. A big out there from Garrett Bergman. That brings up Dawson Barricani. Yet for Bergman to get Phillips under that ball, and you got to start somewhere here. With already there were 2 runners on and 1 run in. Now 1 out. Try and induce a ground ball up the middle that could end the inning with a double play. Well, that one hit well out towards center field. Emiliano Curiel coming in, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Burke. The throw to the plate is not in time. A strong throw from Curiel, but Chase Burke too fast as he scores the second run of the ball game for the Casper Spuds, as their lead is now 2-0 with 2 outs in the top of the first and a runner on first. So a sacrifice fly for Dawson Barricani. And that will bring up Matt Marsick. Marsick hitting .302 coming into this ballgame. 6 of the 9 hitters in the Spuds lineup with an average over 300. Runner goes, throw down to second is not in time. Well, Schlotterbeck had a good jump off of first. It was a solid throw from Lang, but Schlotterbeck already safely into second. Count 1-0 on Marsick as that one misses low. A nice pick from Lang, who checks back on the runner at second. So 6 of the 9 Spuds hitters with an average over 300, and that doesn't include Chase Burke, who is hitting .299 coming into this ball game. Fastball just misses outside as Garrett Bergman falls behind 3-0 in the count on Matt Marsick. We'll see if Marsick has the green light. No matter as he takes for ball 4 outside, a 4-pitch walk. So 2 walks and a hit by pitch from Bergman this inning, who's struggling with his control early on. Looks like our balls on the scoreboard is up. Now it's back. We're all good there. Stocking pops that one up towards first. Polizzi will make the play to end the first inning. Garrett Bergman gives up 2 runs on a couple of walks, a hit by pitch, a single, and a sacrifice fly. Zap in an early 2-0 hole. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came?
Bottom of the first inning here at Hyde Stadium, the Oahe Zap with some early work to do at the plate as they're in a 2-0 hole. On the mound tonight for the Casper Spuds is Justin Estrada. Estrada, the kid out of Colorado Christian University. In 4 games so far this year, he's gone 24 2/3 innings, posting a 3-0 record, an ERA of just .57, that is 0.57, 32 strikeouts against 9 walks. He has been one of the best pitchers in the entire Independence League in the first half of the season. Take a look at the Oahe Zap lineup he is facing tonight. Leading off for the Zap at third base, Jackson Mix. Tyler Hoffman hits second in right field. Leandro Guevara DHing, bats third. Vince Polizzi hits cleanup at first. Mason Lang behind the dish, bats fifth. Noah Wiggins out in left, hits sixth. Buck Snabs, red hot for the Zap, is hitting seventh. Cole Ottersberg hits eighth. And Emiliano Curiel will round out the lineup.
Leading off for your Oahe Zap, the third baseman, number 4, Jackson Chex Mix.
So Jackson Mix hitting .258 coming into this ball game. A little bit of a slow series against the Plainsmen where he was 0 for 5 with a walk and a strikeout, looking to get back on track here against the Spuds as Estrada deals the fastball by Jackson Mix. Well, Estrada's fastball definitely a weapon. Up in the upper 80s, if not touching 90. Now the 0-1 to Mix. Finds the outside corner, went with the fastball once again as Jackson Mix behind in the count at 0-2. Mix a couple of long balls so far this year. 0-2 pitch. Just misses off the outside corner. Well, so far Justin Estrada has continued to go with the fastball. Jackson Mix behind the first two. Took that one for a strike. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and Mix. Jackson Mix down swinging for the first out of the bottom of the first.
Your right fielder, number 88, Tyler Hoffman.
Brings up Tyler Hoffman. Hoffman hitting .365 so far this year. He really got going on the road trip out in Spearfish in a game which he went 3 for 3 with a couple of walks and has continued his hot hitting since then. Estrada out of the windup. Fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. So Estrada aggressive early in the counts here against both Hoffman and Mix. Now the 0-1 went to the breaking ball. Looked like a slider that dropped in for strike two. So Tyler Hoffman behind in the count now, 0-2. Well, Hoffman, a few less plate appearances than his fellow teammates as he spent some time on the injured list. Had a little accident in his car where he cut his hand open. So Hoffman just 62 plate appearances so far this season compared to guys like Leandro Guevara who have over 100 plate appearances. 1-2 from Estrada misses low and away. The count evens up at 2-2. So the Casper Spuds winning the first half of the Independence League season. They clinch their spot in the championship series. Hoffman swings through the breaking ball as Justin Estrada has struck out the first two Zap hitters, which brings up Leandro Guevara. Tyler Hoffman whispering something in the ear of Guevara, perhaps a little bit of advice on how to face Justin Estrada. Well, Guevara second in all of the Independence League in batting average, hitting .407 coming into this one. Takes that pitch up and in. First batter that Estrada has fallen behind 1-0 in the count. Started off both Mix and Hoffman with first pitch strikes. Now the 1-0, and that one looks like it got Guevara, so Justin Estrada a little bit errant on that pitch. A 2-out base runner for the Oahe Zap, and that brings up Vince Polizzi.
Your first baseman, number 23, Vince Polizzi.
Well, Polizzi hitting .311 on the season. Tough series against the Plainsmen where he was 0 for 5. His OPS still above 1,000, one of the two Zap players, along with Leandro Guevara with an OPS above 1,000, takes strike one from Estrada. The wind is Gibby something to watch tonight, blowing around 20 miles an hour as the 0-1 pitch hit sharply on the ground toward short. Schlotterback goes to second for the easy out, and that will do it for the bottom of the first inning. Zapstrand, one runner, two strikeouts hit by pitch. It remains a 2-0 Casper lead. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. a proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com.
So Garrett Bergman will try and settle back in here in the second inning after giving up a 2-spot in the top of the first. A couple of walks and a hit by pitch. The main problem for Bergman, as let's take a look at Swaggy P's keys to the games. Well, key number one, no more ejections. There were 3 coming last game against the Oahe Zap and a couple of suspensions given out. Key number 2, don't let the Spuds run wild. We mentioned 96 of their 100 stolen base attempts so far this year. And pitch away to Spuds lefties. The wind's blowing well out to right tonight. The Spuds, a lefty-heavy lineup, just like Raphael Jackson, who will dig in to lead off the top of the second inning. Jackson with a home run against the Zap a couple of weeks ago back in Casper. The Zap already now 2 separate road trips to Wyoming. They'll have a third in just about a week. Now the 1-0 pitch skied foul. Jackson hitting .300 coming into this one. Was 2 for 3 on Sunday against the Zap. Would come around to score both times he reached base. The 1-1 pitch is fouled away once again as the count goes 1-2. Bergman taking his time on the mound. The 1-2, that one hit sharply out towards right field, ranging over is Hoffman. He can't get there. The ball one hops to the wall. Jackson digs for second, and he'll make it safely. A leadoff double for Raphael Jackson. So already a runner in scoring position with no one out, which brings up the 9-hitter in Stone Vasek. Well, Vasek's going to be a key batter here for Bergman as the top of the lineup and Elijah Reeves waits on deck. Vasek hitting .290. Was 1 for 3 last weekend across 2 games against the Zap. Checked his swing on that one, no matter it's in there for strike 1. So Bergman going to have to work his way out of another high leverage situation in the second. Fastball hit well out to center field. That ball gets down for a base hit. Curiel fields quickly. That'll keep Jackson to third. Now runners on the corners with no one out, and that brings up Elijah Reeves. Well, this is a situation, if you're Bergman, where you want to figure out a way to get soft contact off the bat of Reeves. As we've seen Reeves, it's very rare to strike him out. So perhaps he goes with the off-speed pitches. Well, fastball, that one ripped foul. Elijah Reeves just ahead of that pitch as the count goes 0-1. Was saying perhaps try and go to the slider or the curve to get what could be a double play ball. That would still score a run as the Zap infield remains back. They'll trade an out for a run at this point. 0-1 pitch down in the dirt. Coming home from third is Jackson. Bergman didn't realize he had to cover, as Lang did a pretty good job of getting his body in front of the ball, but the ball just squirted away to his right. So Raphael Jackson will come home to score on the Wild's pitch, and that makes it a 3-0 ball game. Advancing to second is Stone Vasic, as the count now 1-1 on Reeves. Reeves has walked in his last 6 plate appearances, has walked in 9 of his last 12 plate appearances. As that pitch called for a strike on the knees of Elijah Reeves, the count now 1-2. Well, Bergman looking to strike out Reeves would be his 3rd of the season. 1-2 pitch, checked his swing. He did not go around as the count evens up 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch hit well to third base, and that one gets by Jackson Mix. Being waved home from third is Vasek. He will come around to score. Elijah Reeves picks up what will likely be a single. It was a tough play for Jackson Mix, a sharply hit ball off the bat of Elijah Reeves, as it's now a 4-0 ball game. Well, the Spuds lineup showing early why they're so dangerous, hitting .302 as a team coming into this ball game. Reeves goes on the first pitch. Throw down to second from Lang is over the head of Snabs. Good job by Cole Ottersberg backing up to keep Reeves at second and prevent the ball from going out into center field. 12th stolen base of the season for Elijah Reeves. Count now 1-0 on Chase Burke. Burke worked a walk back in the first inning. Burke hitting .412 with runners in scoring position, as we'll resume play. 1-0 count, runner on second, no outs. Pitch down in the dirt. Bergman behind 2-0. Ottersberg not really holding on the runner, as that pitch once again down in the dirt. The count 3-0 now on Burke. Reeves dances off second. 3-0, that one chopped foul. So Chase Burke aggressive there with the 3-0 count. Well, still a hitter's count here at 3-1. And a 4-run deficit, the reason there's an even heavier emphasis on that is just how good Justin Estrada has been over the first half. The ERA, as mentioned, just .57. That one swung on and missed as the count runs full on Chase Burke. Mason Lang's going to come out for a little bit of a mound visit here with Bergman. Interesting timing for a visit. Bergman's now come home with 2 strikes to run it to a full count. You think once it goes 3-0, maybe it's a better time for a visit. Looks like we're going to get our count corrected to 2-2. Well, Chase Burke chased the off-speed pitch down in the dirt there with the 2-1 count. We'll see if Bergman decides to go back to the breaking ball here, or maybe run a fastball high up on Chase Burke. Home plate ump calls time. The 2-2 pitch misses high, so the count now full on Burke. Well, Burke has worked 16 walks so far this season. His on-base percentage up to .461. 3-2 pitch. That one hit in the air out towards center field. Curiel settles under it, makes the play. Tagging from second is Reeves. The play at third. Well, the throw just pulls Jackson Mix off the bag. An on-target throw may have got Elijah Reeves. But instead, Reeves in safely at third with one out. And it looks like they're going to call out Reeves on the appeal play at second. So Elijah Reeves leaving too early. A heads-up play by Cole Ottersberg at second base to notice when Reeves left in relative to when Curiel caught the ball. So now there's 2 outs here in the top of the second inning with no one on base. Brings up Dylan Schlotterback as that one misses high. So an interesting double play. Schlotterback an RBI single back in the first, drove in Reeves. 1-0 pitch, Schlotterback well out ahead of that one. That one heading for Capitol Avenue, just over a couple of cars parked above Hyde Stadium, and we'll take a couple hops over into Capitol Lake. As the count now evens up at 1-1 on Schlotterback. The pitch, that one down in the dirt, count 2-1. So Schlotterback has continued to hit well against the Zap. He's now driven in 6 runs over these past 3 games. 2-1 fastball, that one in there for strike 2. A well-placed pitch from Garrett Bergman on the outside corner. So 2-2, 2 outs, no one on base. 2 runs already in here in the top of the second. Spuds leading the Zap 4-0 as that one fouled off the bat of Schlotterback. So the count remains 2-2. The 2-2 pitch just misses outside. The count now full on Schlotterback. Well, that's a huge play at second base with the appeal, as Elijah Reeves would have been in off third with 1 man out. Could have been an easy run for the Spuds to drive home, as that one will hook foul down the left field line. Had that been about 20 feet to the right, could have been a long ball off the bat of Dylan Schlotterback. Instead, the count remains full. And balls hit out to left field in batting practice. It looked like they were dying short. Balls hit out to right field, carrying quite well. So the wind's definitely favoring lefty hitters here tonight. As the 3-2 misses high, so a walk for Dylan Schlotterback. Bergman didn't love the call. 3rd walk of the game.
First baseman, number 39, Josh.
And that brings up Josh Phillips. Well, Phillips popped up over to short back in the first inning. It was the first out of the game for Bergman. So definitely a shift being played here on Phillips. Buck snaps just to the left of short. Jackson Mix playing very wide from third as the count goes 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses outside. Bergman once again behind in the count at 2-0. Runner goes, throw down to second from Lang is not in time. The throw coming in just a little high from Mason Lang. Looked like the field umpire had signaled safe before he even slid in. The count now 2-1. Pitch, that one down in the dirt, and that gets away from Mason Lang. allows Schlotterback to advance to third. So, well, one of the keys to the game, don't allow the Spuds to run wild on the bases. Already a couple of stolen bases. Wild pitches definitely not helping out the Zap's case with that one. So 4 pitches after the walk to Schlotterback, he now stands off third. The 3-1 to Phillips. That one ripped down the right field line. It's a foul ball. So the count will run full on Josh Phillips. Phillips just inches away from what would have been likely extra bases, would have driven in a run. Instead, it remains a 4-0 ball game. Well, the count now full on Josh Phillips. This is a big pitch here from Garrett Bergman, who's already walked 3 in this ball game, along with the hit by pitch. That's allowed the Spuds to score 4 runs on just 3 hits. Now the 3-2, and that one just misses outside. Garrett Bergman can't believe the call from the home plate umpire, Dylan Turner. So back-to-back walks results in runners on the corners with 2 men out, and that brings up Dawson Barricani. Barricani, a sacrifice fly, popped up to center field, drove in Chase Burke. Fastball, that one on the outside corner for strike 1. So Dylan Schlotterback, the runner, off third. Josh Phillips now off first. The 0-1 pitch misses low and away, 1-1 the count. Well, Barricani hitting .311. A couple of triples on the year as he takes that one inside, count 2-1. Josh Phillips took off from first, and now he's going to get caught in a rundown. Runner comes home from third, but Phillips is tagged out before he'll be able to score. So the Zap escaped the top of the second inning, having given up just 2 runs. They leave 1 stranded, but the Spuds out to an early 4-0 lead. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
To you, right where you live. How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just
Spuds lead 4-0 entering the bottom of the second inning here at Hyde Stadium. Let's take a look at the second half standings brought to you by Red Rosa. The Fremont Moo out in first place. They had a 3-game sweep over the Hastings Sodbusters to begin the second half of the season. The Casper Spuds and Spearfish Sasquatch still yet to play a ball game. This is the first one for the Spuds. The Zap 2-0, both of those non-conference wins over the North Platte Plainsmen. It'll be Mason Lang to lead it off here for the Zap in the bottom of the second inning. Zap had a base runner in the first. It was off a hit by pitch on Leandro Guevara. Lang takes the fastball up and away for ball one. Lang on Tuesday was 1 for 3, came around to score, takes that pitch for strike one. And his average now up to 300 for the first time all year. Estrada comes home with the 1-1. Well, he's opened it up with 3 heaters on Mason Lang. The count 2-1. Two-one pitch is fouled away. Well, Estrada, 32 strikeouts in 24 2/3 innings. Coming into this ball game, he struck out 2 Zap hitters in the bottom of the first. Count 2-2 on Mason Lang. Lang just 12 strikeouts all season. The pitch misses low. Count now full on Mason Lang. Well, Lang's got a good eye at the plate. Has worked 7 walks on the season, but he swings through that one as Justin Estrada has now struck out 3 with just 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Well, it took Estrada 13 pitches to get through the first. On the Zap side of the ball, it's taking Garrett Bergman 62 pitches to get through his first 2 innings. That brings up Noah Wiggins. Well, Wiggins, the Mountain Dew MVP on Tuesday, he went 5 for 6 as he fouls that one over the right side. With 4 runs batted in, he drove in runs on 4 different occasions. So Wiggins has his average up now to 267 on the summer. It was 217 going into Tuesday's game. Takes that one on the inside corner. The count now 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside, 1-2. Wiggins an on-base percentage now of over 400. Leads the team in walks with 15. But he's behind here, 1-2 pitch. That one just misses below the knees of Wiggins. A tough pitch to take 1-2. But that goes to show the eye from Wiggins. Well, 15 walks on the year, that's why. 2-2, checked his swing, didn't go around as the count runs full. Estrada tried to get him to chase on what looked to be a slider down and away. Now the 3-2. Fastball, and that one just misses off the outside corner. A couple of close pitches from Justin Estrada and a great eye from Noah Wiggins, who has worked his 16th walk of the season. And that brings up Buck Snabs. Well, Snabs has been red hot as of late, dating back to June 11th, 18 for 43 at the plate. That includes a 2 for 3 evening on Tuesday, where he drove in a run and came around to score himself. Estrada misses low and away, count 1-0. Well, the Zap often aggressive on the base paths, but the Casper Spuds have done very well defensively behind the plate. They've thrown out opponents stealing on 40% of stolen base attempts. Estrada behind in the count 2-0 on Buck Snabs, and that'll bring out the Spuds manager James Baden early here. Not necessarily sure what this man's meeting is about, as Estrada has looked pretty comfortable out there so far. A walk to Wiggins from a full count. A couple of balls to start off the at-bat here with Buck Snabs. Normally wouldn't think that's enough for a mound visit. Well, a brief one as Batten will leave. Count 2-0 now on Snabs. Wiggins a short lead off first. Pitch, that one hit on the ground towards third. It's a foul ball. The ball barely rolling foul. Unclear if that one was over the third base bag.
That was very, very, very close. It was over the bag.
I mean, from this angle, looking down the third base line, it looked like it was just over the very edge of the third base bag. Would have thought that one was a fair ball, but a tough play to call. Count now 2-1 on Snabs. Wiggins the runner off first. Pitch, that one hit in the air. It's shallow right field. That ball gets down for a base hit. Noah Wiggins will head for third. Here's the throw from Matt Marsick. It's not in time. Wiggins dives into third safely. First hit of the game for the Oahe Zap comes off the bat of Buck Snabs.
Cole Ottersberg.
So that'll bring up Cole Ottersberg. Well, Ottersberg had the best game of his summer on Tuesday. He went 2 for 3 with a double and a triple, drove in 3 runs. His only 2 extra base hits so far this season. Looks like the home plate umpire left to grab some more baseballs from the Zap dugout. Well, big spot for Ottersberg, who will try and keep the momentum going on his season. Drove in a run Monday as well, so on the series was 3 for 5 with 4 runs batted in, just behind that fastball as it goes foul over the right side. The infield's back here for the Casper Spuds. They'll try and turn 2. If they're unable to do so, a run would score. Ottersberg takes that pitch on the outside corner as the count runs 0-2. Well, Ottersberg hitting just 163 this season. The 0-2 fastball, that one hit on in the air, shallow right field, won't be deep enough to score a run. Matt Marsick makes the play. No tag from Noah Wiggins. The second out of the inning for the Casper Spuds. This is a crucial spot for the Zap. Runners on first and third, and a pitcher in Justin Estrada that really hasn't allowed much damage all season. But this is who you want to see at the plate if you're the Oahe Zap. Emiliano Curiel hitting .440 with runners in scoring position. Curiel loves to go the other way with the ball. You see it frequently with runners on. Fastball misses up and in, count 1-0. His teammate Angel Escobar was saying he's never seen Curiel turn over on a baseball, never seen him pull one on the outside corner of the plate. The 1-0 pitch, that one finds the outside corner as the count evens up at 1-1. So a walk to Noah Wiggins and a single from Buck Snabs puts runners on first and third. Curiel fights that one off towards right field. Running over to the line is Marsick, but the ball goes foul. Count 1-2. Well, Curiel, the 9-hitter for the Zap. Top of the lineup in Jackson Mix awaits on deck. Buck Snabs the runner off first. He's shown no intent to steal to this point. As that one misses low and away, a nice stop from Vasek. Keeps Wiggins at third and keeps the Zap off the board for now. 2-2 the count on Emiliano Curiel. Curiel, a bases clearing double Tuesday back in the 8th inning, scored 3 runs, swings through that one, and that will do it here for the bottom of the 2nd inning. Justin Estrada works his way out of a jam. He strikes out 2 and leaves 2 runners stranded, keeps the Zap off the board. The Spuds lead by a score of 4-0. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great...
Garrett Bergman returns for his 3rd inning of work. He's given up 4 runs through the first 2 innings to this point, has thrown 62 pitches. Got a question in the comments about the dimensions of Hyde Stadium. Well, it's 324 out to both the left field and right field corners. In left center, we have 383. In right center, 378. I'd estimate it to be about 390 out in dead center field, but we don't have an exact dimension, as that one misses low and away. Leading off the inning for the Spuds is Dawson Barricani. Barricani, a sacrifice fly back in the first. Well, he was at the plate when the Zap ended the inning in the second, as Garrett Bergman caught Josh Phillips, who left first base early. Count now 1-1. Pitch from Bergman, drilled to third, but right at Jackson Mix, who is there to make the play. Boy, what a heck of a play from Jackson Mix. That ball barreled off the bat of Dawson Barricani. Looks like it was heading for extra bases. Instead, finds the glove of Jackson Mix. The quick reaction time from the third baseman. That's why they call it the hot corner, as the leadoff man is retired by Garrett Bergman. Brings up Matt Marsick. That one misses low and inside, count 1-0. Well, Marsick worked a walk back in the first. One of 4 walks of the ball game for the Spuds. 1-0 pitch is grounded foul. Looks like it might have been off the foot of Marsick. Count now 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is tapped foul. Marsick well out ahead of that one. Looked like he was looking fastball, got the breaking ball, managed to get his bat on it, but the count 1-2. The pitch, fastball just missed as the count evens up 2-2 on Marsick. It'll be interesting to see what the Zap do out of the bullpen. 2-2 pitch, hit on the ground up the middle. Snabs can't get there, a sliding effort. A single for Matt Marsick with 1 out. brings up Chandler Stocking. So it'll be interesting to see what the Zap do coming out of the bullpen today. Julius Cass serving a 1-game suspension. Angel Escobar serving a 4-game suspension after ejections on Tuesday. So it will likely be Jake Hutter, Jacob Skinner, as Marsick goes on the pitch. Throw down is not in time. Marsick, a good jump off first. He has a lot of speed. His 16th stolen base of the year. That is second in the Independence League. Well, second in the Independence League in the first half with 15 stolen bases. Adds on there. Now he dances off second. The 1-0 count is popped up. Shallow right field. Ottersberg ranges over, makes the play. Tagging from second is Marsick. The throw to third is well in time. Matt Marsick way too aggressive on the base paths for the Casper Spuds. A fantastic throw from Cole Ottersberg from shallow right field. A double play ends the top of the third inning for the Oahe Zap. Garrett Bergman, a much-needed scoreless third. The lead remains 4-0 Spuds. Coming into the bottom of the third inning, you're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live?
Spuds lead the Oahe Zap 4-0 entering the bottom of the third inning. It'll be the top of the order here in the third for the Zap, leading off with Jackson Mix. Mix struck out back in the first. Well, the Zap have had 3 base runners so far this game. 1 in the first and 2 in the second. They've stranded all 3 of them. Justin Estrada back on the mound as that one misses low, 1-0. So just to finish up the point about the Zap bullpen, it'll be Hutter, Jacob Skinner, likely Lucas Creighton, and available is also the newest member of the Zap bullpen in Micah Larson. Larson coming on for Shock Talk with Will Calcaterra earlier today. The episode will be available on YouTube likely sometime tomorrow. 2-0 pitch from Estrada finds the outside corner as the count goes 2-1 on Jackson Mix. Well, Mix has had a little bit of an issue with the strikeouts so far this season. Now 26 Ks on the year. 2-1 pitch hit on the ground towards second. Stocking fields, flips to first. The routine ground out. Now 1 out in the bottom of the third inning.
Tyler Hoffman. Who's 32 for the...
Well, that brings up Tyler Hoffman. Hoffman also struck out back in the first. Hoffman hitting .487 when he puts the ball in play. Seems to always find a hole. I mean, that's helped by the fact he's continued to hit the ball hard so far this summer. Takes that one. Well, Vasek unable to handle it. Looked like it just missed outside. Count 1-0. The Spuds already with action up in the bullpen as the count evens up 1-1 on Tyler Hoffman. It's Levi Graham up in the bullpen for the Spuds. He's only pitched once in the first half of the season. Hoffman fouls that one off and falls behind at the count 1-2. Yeah, just one inning of work from Graham. So it will possibly be a shortened outing for Justin Estrada. We'll see how long he goes. Count now 1-2 on Tyler Hoffman. Pitch. That one in there for strike 3. So Tyler Hoffman has now struck out in each of his first 2 at-bats, as there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Well, Estrada will have a lot more time if they want to keep rolling with him. He's thrown just 45 pitches to this point. That was his 5th strikeout of the game. A first pitch strike on Leandro Guevara. Guevara was hit by a pitch back in the 1st. Now the 0-1 fastball fouled back. Guevara looked like he was just under it, had timed it up pretty well, but unable to find the barrel of the bat as he's behind now 0-2 in the count. Well, Graham has now finished warming up in the left field's pen. It's possible he could just be throwing to stretch his arm, unsure if he's warming up to get ready to come into this ball game. The 0-2 from Estrada, that one hit hard out towards right center field. Ranging back is Reeves. He won't get there. That ball will roll to the wall. Guevara will go into second, and he'll head for third. The throw comes in. It is not in time. The throw gets by the third baseman, but luckily for the Spuds, the throw stays in play. Had it gone into the dugout, Leandro Guevara would have come around to score on what would have been a Little League home run. Instead, it's a triple for Guevara with 2 men out. It's his 2nd triple of the year, his 10th extra base hit of the year, and that brings up Vince Polizzi. Guevara, well, he's trying to spark the Zap offense here in the bottom of the 3rd. Well, Polizzi hitting .323 with runners in scoring position this season. Grounded into a fielder's choice to end the 1st inning, as that one misses low and away. Count 1-0 on Polizzi. Zap trying to get on the scoreboard here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They trail by a score of 4-0. Fastball fouled back 1-1 the count. So the Spuds 4 runs on 4 hits. Zap no runs on 2 hits. They have a runner 90 feet away in Leandro Guevara. Guevara was all over that baseball as Polizzi hits that one on the ground towards short, backhanded by Schlotterback across the diamonds, and that will do it for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Zap strand a runner on 3rd, and Leandro Guevara unable to bring the runner home, as the lead remains 4-0 in favor of the Casper Spuds. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
Raphael Jackson leads it off for the Casper Spuds. Bergman back on the mound for his fourth inning of work. A double play that ended the top of the third inning helped out. Jackson hits that one well out towards right field, and no doubt about it, that one is gone. Raphael Jackson goes deep to right field, gives the Spuds a 5-0 lead. Jackson's third home run of the season, and no doubter out to right. It was hit well off the bat, and with the winds blowing out towards right tonight, not much Tyler Hoffman can do about it out in right field. So Jackson, a leadoff home run here in the top of the fourth inning. That brings up Stone Vasic. That one called for a strike on the inside corner. So the Spuds now a 5-0 lead on 5 hits. The 0-1 pitch. That one hit well out towards left field. Going back is Wiggins, who will settle under it, ranging towards the left field foul line for the first out of the inning. Ooh, for a second there, you were wondering if the Spuds were going to go back-to-back. Well, very quickly now it's back to the top of the lineup in Elijah Reeves. Reeves, an RBI single in the second, was hit by a pitch in the first. Had an on-base percentage of .564 coming into the ballgame. Well, he's got on base in his first 2 appearances tonight. Takes the breaking ball for strike 1 inside on the inside corner. Oh, 1 pitch. That one in there for strike 2. Well, one of the keys to the game was throw away from the lefties. As with the winds blowing out tonight, definitely a possibility. If you turn on a ball, it's carrying well, as we saw right there from Raphael Jackson. 2 of his 3 home runs this season now coming against the Zap, as the count runs 1-2 on Reeves. Well, it'll be interesting to see Reeves' approach here as he's behind in the count. He can get his bat on the ball no matter where it is. Hits that one out well towards left center field, but Curiel is there to make the play for the second out of the inning. Well, despite the leadoff home run, Garrett Bergman has very quickly gotten through the 9-1 hitters in the Casper Spuds lineup, as there's 2 outs now in the top of the 4th inning. Chase Burke 0 for 1 today. As that one in there for a strike. Well, Burke flew out to center field back in the second. It would turn into a double play as Elijah Reeves was called out, tagging up too early. Burke smashes that one down the left field line, but hooks foul as the count goes 0-2. Well, the Spuds have barreled up a couple of baseballs so far in this inning, just one of them doing damage. That one off the bat of Raphael Jackson over the hero Jim Sign in right field. Now the 0-2 pitch misses high, 1-2. Well, Bergman, ever since the second inning, has settled in nicely. Check swing on the 1-2 pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did, says field umpire Corey Baker. So that will end the top of the 4th inning, just the first strikeout of the game, as the Spuds have now extended their lead to 5-0 thanks to a solo home run from Raphael Jackson You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000.
So Justin Estrada's night is done after 3 innings of work. He struck out 5. Well, that's a welcome sight to see if you're the Oahe Zap. Estrada was pitching well. Levi Graham will come on to replace him. We were talking about Graham warming up in the bullpen. Graham out of Southern Nazarene University has thrown just 1 inning of scoreless ball this summer. Well, he struck out the side in that inning, 3 strikeouts in that one. Mason Lang leads it off in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Zap. Grounds that one foul. Lang a strikeout back in the 2nd inning. Well, the Zap have now stranded 2 runners in scoring position, 1 in the 2nd and 1 in the 3rd. The 0-1 pitch down in the dirt. Count goes 1-1 on Mason Lang. On the ball game now, they've left 4 runners on base throughout the first 3 innings. It's tough to do that against a team like the Casper Spuds. 1-1 pitch. That one hit well out towards left field, but the wind kills it as Elijah Reeves ranges over to make the play. Looked like it would have been an easier play for Chase Burke in left field.
Left fielder number 3, Noah Wiggins.
And that's a ball. Looked like it was hit well off the bat of Lang, but going against the wind had a little bit of a tail on it from the lefty. And the wind knocked it straight down. So that'll bring up Noah Wiggins. Wiggins will walk back in the 2nd inning. Takes that one low and inside for ball 1. Well, Aiden Johnson, who's serving a 1-game suspension today, will possibly be joining us in the coming innings as the count goes 2-0 on Noah Wiggins. You know, Johnson came onto the broadcast after his ejection on Tuesday, and and what he told us was, I didn't say anything. Not a word came out of Johnson's mouth, but the home plate umpire, well, apparently ejecting the wrong man in Aiden Johnson. 2-0 pitch is hit foul over the right side. Is the count now 2-1. The pitch from Graham misses inside as he falls behind in the count 3-1 on Noah Wiggins. Well, Wiggins worked a walk back in the 1st. As mentioned earlier, he leads the Zap in walks now 16. Possibly looking for another one here in the 3-1 count. Instead, hits it sharply out towards right field. Marsick fields in right. Looked like he thought about coming to first with the play. Thinks better of it. So a 1-out single for Noah Wiggins. So Wiggins now 6 for his last 7 if you go back to Tuesday's game. Worked a walk in the 2nd. As that brings up Buck Snabs. Snabs a single back in the 2nd inning. Graham comes home with the curveball. That one drops in on the outside corner for a strike. As the field umpire is coming on to perhaps help out Graham with the mound. Not really sure what's going on down there on the field. Maybe making a little bit of a hole for his back foot. It would be the right foot for the righty. Wiggins a few steps off first as that one hit in the air out towards right field. Racing back is Marsick, and he won't get there. The ball carrying out towards right field. Buck Snabs will jog into second base. Wiggins will hold at third as he was concerned about whether or not Matt Marsick would get to that baseball. Now runners in runners in scoring position for the Zap, second and third with one man out. That brings up Cole Ottersberg. Well, Snabs now 2 for 2. A single and a double. Just yet again another example, the ball carrying well out towards right field. And the ball tailing away from Matt Marsick with that wind going from left to right. Pitch to Ottersberg. That one finds the outside corner. Ottersberg 0 for 1 today. He flew out to right field back in the second inning. Now the 0-1 pitch. That one skied foul, 0-2. Well, the Zap stranded 4 runners throughout the first 3 innings, trying to cash in on 2 in scoring position here in the bottom of the 4th. Ottersberg has been a little bit behind on Levi Graham's pitches to this point. 0-2 misses down and away 1-2. Well, Ottersberg has struggled against higher velocity pitchers in general this summer. But he's played well lately. A couple of extra base hits yesterday. 1-2 breaking ball hit out towards left field. Staying put is Chase Burke. A couple steps in, makes the play. Bluffing from third is Noah Wiggins. Well, he would have been thrown out at home. A fantastic throw from Chase Burke. Instead, he'll stay put on third, as there's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That brings up Emiliano Curiel. Well, Curiel stranded runners on first and third back in the bottom of the 2nd. A chance to redeem himself here in the bottom of the 4th with runners on second and third and 2 men out. Takes that pitch for strike 1. Looked like it might have been a little below the knees of Curiel, but a well-placed ball from Levi Graham. Now the 0-1 pitch. That one hit sharply, and that one gets down in right center field. Cutting it off is Elijah Reeves. Buck Snabs coming to the plate. He will score as the throw goes to the backstop. So Emiliano Curiel will advance to second, as the Zap have now cut the deficit to 5-2. Man, Emiliano Curiel has been so good all season with runners in scoring position. Doesn't try and do too much with the baseball. He takes a fastball over the middle of the plate, sends it back out towards right center field. Not much Elijah Reeves could do on that ball. Perhaps a poor decision from Reeves out in center field. He threw a spinning throw from right field. Wouldn't have had much of a chance to get Snabs at the plate anyways. But the throw about 20 feet offline, which allows Curiel to go to second. Brings up Jackson Mix, who's 0 for 2 today. Graham looks back the runner on second. Now comes home. Fastball finds the outside corner, 0-1. Makes the strikeout in the first, grounded out to second to lead off the 3rd inning. He's got a runner in scoring position in Curiel. Holds up on that swing. Curiel heads down to third. Throw from Vacek gets into left field. Emiliano Curiel is going to come home. The throw from Burke is not in time. Heads up base running from Emiliano Curiel after the throw initially skirted between the feet of the home plate umpire, and then a poor throw from Stone Vasek. It'll be an error against the catcher, allows Curiel to score the third run in the inning. The deficit now just 2 for the Zap, a 5-3 ball game. Well, now the base is empty with 2 men out. Jackson Mix sitting in a 1-1 count. Pitch from Graham. Oh, perhaps it was a 1-2 count as Jackson Mix is thrown out. Looks like our 1-1 pitch was the one that allowed Emiliano Curiel to score. Well, the Zap bring home 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning off of 3 hits. Emiliano Curiel stays hot at the plate. Zap trail 5-3. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube. Yeah, we missed the strike call on the...
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
Brady Glenn on the mound for the Oahe Zap as we enter the top of the 5th inning. Glenn has transitioned from a starter role into a relief role for the Zap. Let's take a look at Glenn's stats so far this season. In 6 appearances, he's gone 27 2/3 innings, an 0-4 record, 8.46 ERA, 15 strikeouts against 12 walks. So Zap comes into a 5-3 ball game. He'll face the 3-4-5 hitters of the Casper Spuds in Dylan Schlotterback, Josh Phillips, and Dawson Barricani. Well, Schlotterback 1 for 1 today. Drove in a run back in the first, worked a walk in the second. So that's a wrap on Garrett Bergman's day. Bergman throwing 4 innings, giving up 5 runs on 5 hits and 4 walks. 1 error coming on defense for the Zap. So Glenn now ready to begin his day. Fastball hit well out towards the left field line. Hooks foul. That one over the left field's wall, just about 5 feet foul. A shaky start to Brady Glenn's day. Well, no damage done. The count 0-1. Mason Lang comes out for a quick word. That ball barreled off the bat of Dylan Schlotterback. Schlotterback about a week ago hit for the cycle against the North Platte Plainsmen. The first hitter in Independence League history to hit for the cycle in a ball game. 0-1 from Glenn off the end of the bat of Schlotterback out towards center field, where it's an easy play for Emiliano Curiel. Well, the first pitch might have got the nerves of Brady Glenn going a little bit, but nonetheless he gets Schlotterback retired on the second pitch as there's 1 out now in the top of the 5th inning. Well, a reminder that we have our daily trivia coming after the top of the 5th inning. The first correct answer will win 2 free tickets to an Oahe Zap game of your choosing, as that brings up Josh Phillips. Phillips takes the breaking ball for strike 1. Phillips 0 for 1, worked a walk back in the second inning. Hits that one on the ground towards second. Ottersberg, nice play on that baseball. An easy toss over to first for the second out of the inning. Well, Brady Glenn has thrown just 4 pitches, has got the first 2 outs, as that brings up Dawson Barricani. Barricani 0 for 1 today, a sac fly in the first. Had a sharp line drive, but right at Jackson Mix back in the third inning. Hits that one on the ground towards first. Fielded by Polizzi. 5 pitches, gets Brady Glenn through the top of the 5th inning. Wow. Brady Glenn working quickly. Well, it's time for some Oahe Zap trivia. As a reminder, the first correct answer will win 2 general admission tickets to an Oahe Zap game of your choosing. And so the question, a little bit of an interesting one tonight. How many single stitches does an official MLB baseball have? Put your answer down in the YouTube comment section. The first correct answer will win 2 Oahe Zap tickets to a game of your choosing. So the question, how many single stitches does an official MLB baseball have?
Is it over 200? There you go. I'll comment just for you, buddy. Probably way off.
Well, Bryce Lambert from up here in the press box going with 267. You know, not that far off, but a little high, so we'll give you that the number is under 267. Emily Calcaterra also guessing 267. I don't know what's 267, a popular guess, but that is incorrect. It is lower than 267. This question might have been a little bit too hard. Anyways, we'll get to a quick break as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Spuds lead the Oahe Zap 5-3. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube. Well, actually, we're going to stay right here as Tyler Hoffman digs in. So trivia takes us through the break as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning. Zap trailing by a score of 5-3. Well, the Zap doing some damage in the bottom of the 4th, chipping away with 3 runs. Levi Graham, the breaking ball drops in on the top of the zone. Not sure Tyler Hoffman agreed with that call. Hoffman, a couple of strikeouts already today, swinging in the 1st and looking in the 3rd. Now the 0-1 from Graham, curveball down in the dirt, 1-1. So a couple of off-speed pitches begins the at-bat for Tyler Hoffman. Looks like we're going to get another arm up in the Casper Spuds bullpen. The 1-1, that one misses up and in. So the count now 2-1. Two-one fastball misses low, 3-1. Leandro Guevara sits on deck. Guevara ripped a triple out towards right center field, split the gap between Elijah Reeves and Matt Marsick. That came back in the 3rd. The 3-1, that one popped up, coming off the mound to make the play is Levi Graham for the first out of the inning. Well, that brings up Leandro Guevara. Well, Guevara with his 10 extra base hits on the year, second on the Zap, trailing just Vince Polizzi. The pitch from Graham, breaking ball drops in on Guevara. A dangerous pitch. He hung a breaking ball. Looks like Guevara was looking for the fastball to open up the at-bat, so reads the spin was taking all the way. Now he takes the fastball in there for strike 2. So Levi Graham attacking Leandro Guevara early in the at-bat, not intimidated by what he did to that baseball back in the 3rd inning. The 0-2, that one misses down in the dirt. That one about 10 feet out in front of home plate as the count goes 1-2. So Doug Baseball coming in with 216 stitches. A couple of people had guessed 108, but it was 216. Yeah, it's single stitches. It's what Rick Nelson was referencing. So Doug Baseball, that's the second time that he's now won the trivia, so he will be able to redeem 2 free general admission tickets to a game of his choosing. Guevara, that one's going to go foul. Goes right of the Oahe Zap bullpen, so the count stays 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. Guevara stays alive. Count at 2-2. Well, Guevara now defensive after falling behind 0-2 in the count. Hits that one sharply on the ground, but right at Chandler Stocking, who fires to first for the second out of the inning.
Your first baseman, number 23, Vince Polizzi.
Brings up Vince Polizzi. Polizzi 0 for 2 today. Has hit a couple of balls hard, but one of them right at Dylan Schlotterback, the other right at Dawson Barricani at third. Well, Polizzi now 0 for his last 7. A little mini slump here for the first baseman as he takes ball 1 down in the dirt. The 1-0 fastball fouled off the end of the bat. Looks like Polizzi was just under that baseball. Looked like he had timed it up pretty well. Now the pitch from Graham. Polizzi swings through that one and falls behind in the count 1-2. Levi Graham trying to get through a 1-2-3 inning of work, and he does as Vince Polizzi swings through that to strike out. Well, Levi Graham goes 1-2-3 to answer Brady Glenn's 1-2-3 back in the top of the 5th inning. So the game remains 5-3 in favor of the Casper Spuds as we go into the 6th inning here at Hyde Stadium. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your...
So Brady Glenn back for his second inning as we enter the top of the 6th. Spuds lead the Zap 5-3. Took Glenn just 5 pitches to get through his first inning. Batter is Matt Marsick. He takes strike 1. Looked like a hanging breaking ball there from Glenn, but a lot of the time you see hitters are hunting fastball on the first pitch. They'll take a breaking ball even if it's hung a little bit. Now the count evens up at 1-1. Well, Matt Marsick 1 for 1 on the day, a walk back in the first. That one hit hard down the first base line, but foul. as the count goes 1-2. So interesting to see Glenn transitioning to a relief role. Unsure of who will take his place in the starting lineup. That one in there. Brady Glenn strikes out Matt Marsick to begin the top of the 6th inning. A beautifully placed pitch on the outside corner. As Brady Glenn has now retired the first 4 hitters he's faced, brings up Chandler Stocking. Stocking hit into an inning-ending double play in the 3rd. Hits that one on the ground towards 3rd. Mix across the diamonds. And Brady Glenn continues to work quickly, has now retired his first 5 Spuds hitters that he's faced.
The DH, number 26, Raphael Jackson.
Well, that will bring up Raphael Jackson. Jackson halfway to the cycle, a double back in the 2nd inning. And he went deep over the right field wall to lead off the 4th, scoring the 5th run of the game for the Casper Spuds. Zap once again shifting the lefty, breaking ball. Jackson well out ahead of that one. His eyes might have got a little too big there. The count now 0-1. 0-1 pitch misses low from Glenn. Well, Glenn went back to the breaking ball on the 2nd pitch after he had Jackson way ahead. Count now 1-1 as that one fouled off the end of the bat of Jackson. Jackson looks like he's not reading the ball out of Brady Glenn's hand very well. He certainly was off of Garrett Bergman earlier with the double and the long ball. But way ahead of the first pitch, just barely getting his bat on that one. Now the 1-2, and he lifts that one into left center field. A little bit of a bloop single for Jackson. Jackson, a big turnaround first, throw back to first. They got him. Raphael Jackson is picked off. It'll go down as a single, so now he's 3 out of 4 ways to the cycle, but too aggressive on the base paths as Brady Glenn once again with lightning speed through.
Partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events.
Glenn has thrown 14 pitches to retire 6 Casper Spuds hitters. Lang rips that one into left field. First pitch swinging pays off for Mason Lang as he's aboard with a leadoff single in the bottom of the 6th inning. Brings up north. He would come around to score on the base hit from Emiliano Curiel. Once again, nice piece of hitting from Mason Lang. As that one hit sharply towards third, but that one eats up Dawson Barricani, who can't field it. No play for Dylan Schlotterback. It could be an error going against Barricani, but we'll see if they give Wiggins the hit. It was a ball perhaps hit a little bit softer than Barricani expected. And so it seems like his glove was out in front of the baseball. He tried to snare it, but just moved it away from his body too quickly as we still await the official scoring. But that will do it for Levi Graham. Graham has given up 3 runs through 2 innings of work. The runners on first and second in Noah Wiggins and Mason Lang will be his responsibility pending the decision of a hit or an error. We'll take a quick break.
Usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
So it will go down as a base hit for Noah Wiggins, who moves to 2-2 on the day, as he is now 7 for his last 8, going back to Tuesday's game. Coming into the game for the Casper Spuds is number 21. We have his last name. We don't have his first name. Number 21, Bauer. So if any of the Spuds fans that are watching this game on YouTube know who this is, he wasn't on their official roster. Looks to be his first appearance of the summer. So Bauer coming into this game, he'll face Buck Snabs with runners on first and second. The fastball misses high, pops out of the glove of Vasic. Looks like Lang thought about going towards third, but perhaps thought better of that decision with no one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So the tying run on base in Noah Wiggins for the Oahe Zap. 1-0 count on Buck Snabs. Snabs 2 for 2 on the day. Single in the second, double in the fourth. The 1-0 fastball misses low, 2-0. Well, common theme here from the Spuds pitchers. They've had a lot of heat. Bowers, I would estimate, probably touching around 90 miles an hour with his fastball. The 2-0. That one fouled back as the count goes 2-1 on Snabs. Well, Snabs was hitting .293 coming into this ball game, but 2 for 2 today. So he has likely cracked 300 at this point, as the 2-1 pitch is fouled away once again, just a little in on the hands of Buck Snabs. Count evens up 2-2. Here with runners on first and second, no outs, Snabs has got to be looking to put this ball in play. And try and at least advance the runners to second and third. Drills that one down the left field line, but foul going over towards the Spuds bullpen. Count stays 2-2. Well, that'll happen sometimes, you know. Pitchers like Bauer get away with hanging a breaking ball when they have about 90 miles an hour behind the fastball, because Snabs at the plate is sitting 90, just a little ahead of what looked to be a 2-2 slider. So the count will stay put at 2-2. Lang the runner on second, Wiggins the runner on first. Bauer checks back on Lang, now comes home with the 2-2 pitch. Called for strike 3. Buck Snabs goes down looking for the first out of the inning.
Number 16, Cole Ottersberg.
And that brings up Cole Ottersberg. Ottersberg 0 for 2 today. Flew out to both sides of the outfield, right field in the second, left field. The pitch, fastball misses low and inside, 1-0. Emiliano Curiel sits on deck, who drove in a couple of runs with 2 outs back in the 4th. Came around by Noah Wiggins at second base, gets in the way of Dylan Schlotterback, who's unable to turn the double play. Cole Ottersberg runs down the line well nonetheless. And now the Spuds manager, James Batten, is going to come out. He's likely going to argue that the slide interfered with the shortstop. Wiggins didn't slide past second base, although his leg did come up going into Schlotterback. Although it's unlikely that they'll overturn this call simply due to the fact that Batten is coming out to talk about it. It was the field umpire, Corey Baker, who made the call. As they continue their conversation, if the inning continues, it'll be Emiliano Curiel to hit with runners on first and third.
Throw him out. He's drawing lines.
Well, Batten now drawing lines with his foot down the third base line. He's been out there for a while at this point, seemingly getting even more heated. Well, he wants to continue the conversation, but Baker is going to go on back to the field. The home plate umpire signals that he is safe at first in Cole Ottersberg. So Emiliano Curiel will bat with 2 on and 2 out. It'll go down as a fielder's choice for Cole Ottersberg. Big spot here for Curiel. He already is driven in 2 with 2 outs. First pitch swinging, but fouls that one back, count 0-1. Well, that's something you see from Curiel with runners on base. He's much more aggressive earlier in the count. Now it'll be an 0-1. Bauer comes set. The pitch, runner goes, throw down to second is not in time, but Mason Lang will stay put at third as the count goes 0-2 on Emiliano Curiel. So Ottersberg now off second, Lang off third. The 0-2 pitch misses low, 1-2. Well, the Zap now 3 runs on 7 hits in this ball game. Trying not to leave runners on second and third. They're the game's tying runs here in the 6th inning. Curiel hits that one softly to center field. That ball will get down. 1 run will score. Holding at third is Cole Ottersberg. Emiliano Curiel delivers with another 2-out RBI base hit, as he's now accounted for 3 of the 4 Zap runners driven in today. The deficit now cut to 1. It's a 5-4 ball game. James Batten now heading back out to the mound, as this might do it for Bauer. Well, Emiliano Curiel, you might say he single-handedly kept the Zap in this ball game, hitting with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Drove in the first 2 runs of the game, came around to score himself, cuts it to 5-3. His base hit there cuts it to 5-4.
Brandon Denal, number 6 in the BP for Spuds. Number 6.
So now runners on the corners. It's Ottersberg off third, Curiel off first. Brings up Jackson Mix. Mix a tough day at the plate to this point, as Bauer will stay in the ballgame. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Game's tying run stands just 90 feet away. Bauer misses high with the pitch, 1-0. Well, Mix hitting .259 with runners in scoring position. 1-0 pitch takes that ball hit on the ground, but right at Dylan Schlotterback, who steps on the bag for the easy out. But the Zap cut it to a 1-run deficit thanks to Emiliano Curiel's hit to center field. After 6 innings of play, it's a 5-4 ball game in favor of the Casper Spuds. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school?
Well, it took Brady Glenn just 14 pitches to get through 2 innings, the 5th and the 6th, back out for the 7th. Little bit of a delay here as we got a game going on the field. Well, Brady Glenn doesn't seem too happy on the mound as the Zap are finishing up their on-field festivities here between the 6th and 7th innings. Glenn's now been done his warm-up pitches for about a minute, as that will bring up Stone Vasic. So Glenn will face 9, 1, and 2 in the Spuds order. Vasic, Reeves, and Burke. Vasic 1 for 2 today. As mentioned earlier, Raphael Jackson now just a triple away from the cycle. He was thrown out back in the bottom of the 6th inning after a base hit towards left center field. Took a big turnaround first, and the Zap threw him out as he was going back to the bag. Count now 1-0 on Vasic. Vasic a single back in the 2nd, flew out to left in the 4th. Pitch from Glenn just misses as the count runs 2-0. The pitch, that one misses high, so Brady Glenn now opens up the count on Stone Vasic at 3-0. He had been pounding the strike zone in his first 2 innings, appears a little bit off. 3-0 pitch is skied foul. Vasic, and it appears that every hitter in the Spuds order, they have the green light in a 3-0 count. If they see a pitch they like, well, James Batten has told them to swing away. So the count now 3-1. As that one finds the inside corner for strike 2. So Brady Glenn has now battled back to work his way into a full count. Big pitch coming here. Don't want to give up a walk with the top of the lineup due on deck. Well, Vasic fouls that one off to stay alive at 3-2. So the first extended at bat for Brady Glenn. Well, Glenn, before this inning, 2 of his first 14 pitches went for balls. The breaking ball in there for strike 3 looking. Brady Glenn drops a beautiful curveball into the top of the zone to get Stone Vasic for the first out of the 7th inning. Second strikeout of the game for Brady Glenn, as he's retired all 7 batters he's faced. Brings up Elijah Reeves. Reeves 1 for 2 today. Drove in a run back in the 2nd. Glenn's pitch, that one fouled off as Reeves was squaring to bunt, trying to bunt for a hit there. Looked like he was aiming that one down the first base line as Vince Polizzi still playing back. Jackson Mix now on the infield grass at third. The count 0-1 as that one misses outside 1-1. One is hit foul down the left side as the count goes 1-2. But as we well know, Reeves a fantastic two-strike hitter. Seems to shorten up on the bat. And he'll even swing a little out of the zone just to make sure he can put the ball in play as the 1-2 pitch misses down and in. Count evens up 2-2. Glenn gets the sign from Lang. 2-2 pitch hit well out towards center field. Emiliano a couple steps to his right to make the play for the second out of the inning. Brady Glenn stays perfect through his first 8 batters faced as there's 2 outs now in the top of the 7th inning. Brings up Chase Burke, who's 0 for 2 today with a walk. The pitch, that one skied in the air. Shallow center field. Going back is Ottersberg to make the play as Brady Glenn gets his way through yet another 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 7th. Time to stretch here at Hyde Stadium. The Spuds lead the Zap 5-4. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests.
Well, and transit is the big spot.
So Brendan Daniel enters the game for the Casper Spuds. Daniel out of Paris Junior College has pitched well so far this year. He's made just 3 appearances through 10 1/3 innings, a 1-0 record, an ERA of just 1.36 and 11 strikeouts compared to 3 walks. He'll face 2, 3, and 4 in the Zap order in Tyler Hoffman, Leandro Guevara, and Vince Polizzi. Brady Glenn has kept the Oahe Zap in this ballgame as he has retired all 9 batters he's faced, came into the ballgame in the 5th inning, and has worked 3 perfect innings as we are now in the bottom of the 7th. Daniel deals that one, misses well away as the count goes 1-0 on Tyler Hoffman. Hoffman 0 for 3 today. Couple strikeouts, and he popped up back to the pitcher in the 5th. As the 1-0 pitch misses outside, 2-0. And stretching up in the Spuds bullpen is Cooper Hack. Hasn't started throwing quite yet as the 2-0 misses high. So Daniel comes into the ballgame and quickly goes 3-0 in the count on Tyler Hoffman. Working quickly, 3-0 pitch, misses low and away. A 4-pitch walk for Tyler Hoffman. So Vasek will come out for a mound visit. Guevara 1 for 2 today, ripped a triple back in the third. Well, Hoffman has some speed on the base paths, 5 for 8 on his attempts. But Vasek has a cannon from behind the plate for the Spuds. Looking to dig out here against the Spuds. The breaking ball, ooh, that one called for a strike on Guevara. It took Vasek all the way down to the dirt, but according to the home plate umpire, it crossed on the knees of Guevara. Daniel will now check back on the runner at first. Hoffman dives back safely. Now the 0-1 from Daniel. Guevara out ahead of that pitch as the count goes 0-2. Daniel looks at the runner, now comes set. The 0-2 down in the dirt, and another good stop from Vasek behind the plate. Keeps Tyler Hoffman at first. Count 1-2 on Leandro Guevara. The pitch. That one hit off the end of the bat of Guevara out towards shallow right field. Ranging back from second base to make the play is Chandler Stocking for the first out of the inning. Brings up Vince Polizzi. Well, Polizzi still looking for his first hit of the day as he's 0 for 3. Struck out most recently in the 5th inning. Daniel misses with the breaking ball. Slider just off the outside corner. Count goes 1-0. Well, not much action in the Zap bullpen. You can understand why. Brady Glenn's retired all 9 hitters. Polizzi fouls that one overhead here in the press box. Looks like it just missed the building as the count evens up 1-1 on Vince Polizzi. Hoffman has shown no intent to steal to this point. Not a very big leadoff first. Phillips holding him on. 1-1 pitch. Called for a strike on the inside corner. Vince Polizzi can't believe that call. Little bit of barking from the Oahe Zap dugout. As Polizzi now behind in the count 1-2. Well, the home plate umpire, Dylan Turner. 1-2 hit well out towards right center field. Racing back is Marsick, and he can't get there. It falls on the warning track. Tyler Hoffman's being waved home from third. Here's the throw to the plate, but the throw gets by the catcher in Vasek. It one-hopped over him. The throw surely would have beat Tyler Hoffman, but instead the ballgame is now tied at 5 runs apiece. A double for Vince Polizzi. And the Zap have clawed all the way back from 5-0. They've scored 5 unanswered to tie the ball game at 5-5. Well, the 9th hit of the ball game for the Oahe Zap, as they've had at least 10 hits in 6 of their past 7 games. So Mason Lang now a chance to drive in Polizzi. First pitch swinging, but caught by Josh Phillips at first. Checks back to second, but Polizzi read it well. Mason Lang tore the cover off that baseball, but an outstanding play by Josh Phillips. Just a little hop up to make the play, as there's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Brings up Noah Wiggins, who's 2 for 2 on the day. Single back in the 6th, the ball that ate up Dawson Barricani at third. Daniel looks back at the... Looks like it'll go down as a base hit for Ned because Daniel covered. It will likely go down as a hit, but that will do it for Brennan Daniel's day. He gives up 1 run and leaves runners on first and third with 2 men out. We'll take a quick break. The Zap have now tied it up at 5 runs apiece. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale.
So the play will officially go down as an error on Chandler Stocking. In my personal opinion, it should be a base hit, because even if Stocking fields it cleanly, Brendan Daniel would not have got over to make the play at first. In reality, it's a mental mistake by the first baseman in Josh Phillips. But regardless, it goes down as an E4. Cooper Hack on to pitch with runners on the corners and 2 men out in a tie ball game. Hack out of Point University, a 1.24 ERA in 17 innings pitched this year, 20 strikeouts against 9 walks. He'll face Buck Snabs, as that one called for a strike. Count now 0-1 on Snabs. Snabs, the 6th hitter of the inning. He's 2 for 3 today. Palizzi, the runner, off third. Wiggins off first, as that one misses inside. Count even now 1-1. Well, if it was called a hit, that would have been the 10th hit of the game for the Oahe Zap. Instead, they are still 1 hit away. Now the 1-1. That one hit out towards right field, but right at Matt Marsick, who makes the play for the 3rd out. Well, Buck Snabs hit it hard, just to the wrong spot in the outfield. Well, the Zap score 1 in the bottom of the 7th inning, thanks to an RBI double from Vince Palizzi at the end of 7 innings of play. They've tied up the ball game at 5-5. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce, and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program, because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship.
Top of the 8th inning, a brand new ball game, 5-5. The Zap, after falling behind 5-0 after the top of the 4th, well, 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning, a run in the bottom of the 6th, and a run in the 7th, have evened up this ball game. Shadows now coming into play between the pitcher's mound and home plate. Leading it off here for the Casper Spuds is Chase Burke. Well, Brady Glenn has now been through the lineup once, misses inside on Burke, the count 1-0. Looks like we got Dylan Schlotterback at the plate as Burke ended the top of the 7th. Count now evens up on Schlotterback. Well, Schlotterback flew out to center field in his first at-bat against Brady Glenn. The 1-1 pitch. That one hit hard out towards right field, ranging over Tyler Hoffman. He can't get there. The ball will go to the wall. Schlotterback digs for second. Looks like he'll stop there with a leadoff double. The first damage of the day done against Brady Glenn. A double off the bat of Dylan Schlotterback. So the Spuds now threatening to take a lead with Josh Phillips stepping into the left-handed batter's box. So it'll be lefty-lefty here with Phillips and Glenn. Phillips 0 for 2 today with the walk. Now 1 for his last 8. Last 2 games coming, of course, against the Oahe Zap. Glenn comes home with the fastball, misses up and away, count 1-0. Well, there is an open base at first. You don't want to put Phillips there, but he's also a dangerous man to pitch to. If you hang a breaking ball, you might not see it again. That one hit high in the air out towards right field. Going back, Hoffman on the track, at the wall, leaps, and that ball is gone. Well, just as we said it, Brady Glenn hung a breaking ball, and he did not see it again. Josh Phillips goes yard to give the Casper Spuds a 7-5 lead over the Oahe Zap. A 2-run shot, his 7th of the year. He now takes the Independence League lead in home runs all by himself, leaves Vince Polizzi at 6, as the Spuds have now regained a 2-run lead at 7-5. Well, one of Brady Glenn's few mistakes of the outing. Josh Phillips, a towering shot, went on to the top of the cages out there behind the right field wall. Second home run of the game for the Spuds as Glenn misses high on Dawson Barricani. Count now 1-0. Well, the Zap 2 innings still to work with as that pitch drops in for strike 1. They've put up 9 hits on the ballgame and 5 runs, and they've been hitting well at the plate. They are not out of this ballgame by a long shot as the count now 1-2 after Brady Glenn finds the top of the zone with the fastball. Barricani 0 for 2 today, sac fly back in the first. As that pitch is hit high in the air, we'll head for the seats. And that's something that needs to be communicated in the dugout from Haberger. I mean, this is a team that's continued to battle back all day after falling into a 5-0 hole against the Spuds. The Spuds carrying a 9-game winning streak in. They're 19-4. As that one hit on the ground towards third, Mix fields a strong throw across the diamond, gets Dawson Barricani for the first out of the inning. And that's got to be the message is, listen, we fought all day, got to continue to fight at the plate. Brings up Matt Marsick, who's 1 for 2. Drew a walk back in the first, a single in the third, struck out looking in the sixth. And it's important to note this is now the Spuds' second time seeing Glenn as that one's ripped right side. Polizzi fields Glenn covering the bag, and he gets there in time. An athletic play from Brady Glenn coming off the mound to cover first. A nice play on both sides. Vince Polizzi, that ball was hit sharply to his left. As there's now 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Lucas Creighton has begun warming up in the Zap bullpen, but he'll wait there for now as Glenn tries to get through his 4th inning of work. As that pitch in on the knees. 0-1 breaking ball is fouled back as the count goes 0-2. Well, despite the home run, Brady Glenn has clearly not lost his nerve on the mound. He has attacked Barricani, Marsick, and now Chandler Stocking. The 0-2 misses high, 1-2, tried the curveball. And action up in the Casper Spuds bullpen as well. 1-2 pitch hit on the ground towards short. Snabs to his right. Fires to first. A heck of a play by Buck Snabs to get Chandler Stocking for the third out of the inning. Well, after the double and the home run, Brady Glenn retires the next three batters, keeps the Zap in this ballgame, although they now trail by a score of 7-5 thanks to a two-run home run off the bat of Josh Phillips. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Skip a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program.
Cooper Hack remains in the game for the Casper Spuds. Will face Cole Ottersberg to lead off the bottom of the eighth inning. Ottersberg 0 for 3 on the day. Zap trailing by 2. They have 6 outs to play with at the plate now. Ottersberg, Curiel, and then back to the top of the order for Jackson Mix. The fastball misses inside, count now 1-0. The only weapon off the bench that might come into the game to hit for the Oahe Zap would be Mike Monham, but unsure of who he would hit for. 1-0 pitch skied, foul, 1-1. Say the only possibility would be Tyler Hoffman in the 2 spot. Hoffman has been struggling at the plate tonight, 0 for 3 with a walk. The count now 0-1 on Cole Ottersberg. The pitch. Fastball hit in the air out towards shallow right field, but Matt Marsick was playing in, and he makes the play. A ball that you think normally drops for Ottersberg, but Marsick was in good positioning as there's now 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Yeah, the Spuds outfield, they have noted who has power on the Zap bats, and their outfield is playing in right now on Emiliano Curiel, who takes a breaking ball for strike 1. They were playing Ottersberg in as well, as it only took Marsick about 4 or 5 steps to get to the ball. Now the 0-1 pitch to Curiel. That one hit sharply towards third, fielded by Barrett. Connie fires to first very quickly. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and it'll go back to the top of the order in Jackson Mix. Well, the Zap now just 4 outs remaining at the plate. They trail by 2, 7-5. That's thanks to a 2-run homer from Josh Phillips in the top of the 8th as the fastball misses up and away. Count now 1-0 on Jackson Mix. Hack out of the stretch. That one hit sharply down the right field line, but foul into the Zap bullpen. Actually fielded over there by Lucas Creighton as he was throwing his warm-up pitch. Count now 1-1. Jackson Mix just ahead of the fastball from Hack. It'll be a 1-1 as that one misses outside. Count now 2-1. So interesting to see now the outfielders Matt Marsick has shifted a little bit back in right. Elijah Reeves playing basically in right center field as that fastball called for a strike on Jackson Mix. He perhaps thought that was a little bit high. Count now 2-2 with 2 outs, no one on base. Chase Burke remains in his normal positioning out in left field. The 2-2 misses outside as the count runs full on Jackson Mix. Well, big spot here for Cooper Hack as he's trying to get through a 1-2-3/8. 3-2, fastball fouled away. Mix stays alive. Well, that could be heading for a car. And it looks like it just landed over a red pickup truck out in Capitol Avenue. You hold your breath every time a ball is hit foul out of play over the left side. Well, the count's still full on Mix with 2 men out. And that one lifted in the air towards left field. A couple of steps to his right goes Chase Burke. So a 1-2-3 inning for Cooper Hack, who maintains a 2-run lead for the Casper Spuds at the end of 8 innings of play. Spuds lead the Zap 7-5. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com.
Well, you can close the book on Brady Glenn, who threw 4 fantastic innings. He got through the first 3 in a perfect 9 hitters. Gave up 2 painful hits, though. A double from Dylan Schlotterbeck and then a 2-run home run to Josh Phillips. That gives the Spuds a 7-5 lead. Coming into pitch in the top of the 9th inning for the Oahe Zap is Lucas Creighton. Creighton to this point this season, 7 appearances. He's gone 9 2/3 innings, an 0-2 record, 5.59 ERA, 13 strikeouts against 10 hits for the lefty, as he works to keep it a 2-run ball game and to keep it manageable for the Zap going into the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Raphael Jackson to lead it off for the Spuds. Jackson just a triple away from the cycle after a double in the second, a solo home run coming back in the 4th, and a single in the 6th, although he was thrown out after making too big of a turn at first. Well, Schlotterbeck already one Spud who's hit for the cycle this season for the Spuds. Creighton delivers the fastball. Called for a strike on Raphael Jackson. That one looked like it was at his shoulders. Well, home plate umpire Dylan Turner has been calling him high all night. That one looked a bit too high, though. The 0-1 pitch, that one called for a strike. Well, he's staying consistent there behind the plate. That one looked to be in the same spot, as the count now 0-2 against Raphael Jackson. Creighton comes home with the 0-2 pitch. That one skied into shallow left field. Coming on is Noah Wiggins. He won't get there as the ball drops. Jackson will dig for second. He will get there as Wiggins overran that baseball trying to make the play. So a leadoff double in the top of the 9th inning for Raphael Jackson, his 3rd extra base hit of the day, as he will try and help the Spuds expand upon a 2-run lead. Brings up Stone Vasek. Vasek 1 for 3. Struck out looking back in the 7th. He's hitting just 188 with runners in scoring position this summer. Creighton looks back at the runner, now comes home as the fastball, that one called for a ball just below the knees of Vasek, the count 1-0. 1-0 pitch is fouled back against the netting, count evens up 1-1. Well, Jackson has a lot of speed on the base paths. 8 stolen bases coming into this one. Doesn't have too big of a lead off second. He's getting loosely held on by Cole Ottersberg, who's just a couple of steps away from the bag. Now the 1-1 to Vasek. That one hit hard out towards left field. Down the line, Wiggins ranging to his left, and it will drop in fair territory. Jackson will come around to score. Vasek will jog into second, so back-to-back doubles for the Casper Spuds. Have driven in 1 run here in the top of the 9th as they lead 8-5. That ball looked like it was not coming back, but the wind's blow. Pinch runner in for Vasek at second. Well, we'll get you word on that pinch runner when we have it. Now an 8-5 game, Elijah Reeves steps in and takes a fastball up and away, count 1-0. Yeah, Noah Wiggins, a couple of slow steps off the bat. I think he thought that ball was gone. A loud crack of the bat as that 1-0 pitch misses outside. The Spuds roster, he is pinch running at second, perhaps his first appearance of the summer for the Spuds, as the 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed 2-1. A lot of times teams will get some reinforcements about halfway through the season, as a lot of players just like to play summer ball for half the year and then count 3-1. Well, Reeves just 1 for 3 on the day. Flew out to center field a couple of times. Jackson Mix playing in at third as Reeves has already tried to bunt for a base hit tonight. The 3-1 pitch is fouled away overhead as the count goes 3-2. A little bit of a rainbow shining here over Hyde Stadium. Well, full count on Elijah Reeves. Already 1 run in the top of the 9th. Zap going to have to score at least 3 in the bottom half. 3-2 pitch misses high. Elijah Reeves works a walk. Now runners on first and second, still with no one out here in the top of the 9th. Brings up Chase Burke. Burke 0 for 3. As that fastball called for a strike. Home plate umpire continues to call him pretty high up on hitters. To be fair, he hasn't been giving him much at the knees, so the strike zone perhaps just a little bit up today. The 0-1 pitch misses inside 1-1. Well, it looks like some rain is starting to fall here at Hyde Stadium. As the 1-1 pitch fouled off 1-2, mentioned some thunderstorms in the forecast coming into this ball game. They've avoided Hyde Stadium to this point. Trying to get through this ball game. Count now 1-2 on Chase Burke. That pitch hit on the ground towards second. And that one takes a weird hop on Ottersberg and gets by. Coming home to score is number 8. Still don't have a name on him for the second run of the inning. Stopping at third is Elijah Reeves. Boy, that took a really funky hop on Cole Ottersberg. It almost looked like it hit off the foot of Elijah Reeves. That'll likely go down as a hit, you would think. We'll wait an official scoring on that. Regardless, it's a 9-5 ball game. Spuds now with runners on first and third, and no one out brings up Dylan Schlotterback. Runner goes from first, throw down to second from Lang is well short of second. Snabs fields on the hop to keep Elijah Reeves at third as the count now 1-0 on Dylan Schlotterback. Well, Schlotterback last inning led off the 8th with the double, would come around to score on the Josh Phillips 2-run home run. Now runners on second and third with no one out. The 1-0. That one hit sharply, but caught by Polizzi. Polizzi goes back to second, but the throw goes into center field. Coming home to score from third is Elijah Reeves. Advancing from second to third is Chase Burke. Well, it was a fantastic play by Vince Polizzi at first, who caught a line drive, hit hard off the bat of Schlotterback, but perhaps rushed the throw to Buck Snabs at second as the throw went into left field. So a run will score on the error. The second error of the game from the Oahe Zap makes it a 10-5 ball game. Now a runner on third, one out for Josh Phillips, who takes that pitch for strike one. Well, Phillips, a two-run home run in his last at-bat. That separated the game from 5-5 to 7-5. Swings through that one as he falls behind in the count 0-2. So the first two runs of the innings will go as earned off of Lucas Creighton. The third will not. 0-2 pitch to Phillips. Looks like it just missed outside as the count goes 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Fastball just misses once again. As the count is now even 2-2. That pitch hit on the ground towards second, snaps over from short to field, goes to first, but Chase Burke will come around to score. As the Casper Spuds have now pretty much blown this one open, it's an 11-5 lead. Well, a 7-5 ball game coming into the ninth. Now it's 11-5. Going to be a difficult spot for the Zap in the bottom half of the inning. Brings up Dawson Barricani, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Bases now empty after Burke came around to score on the ground ball. Count goes 0-1 on Barricani, who took the fastball on the inside corner. The 0-1 pitch misses low and inside. 1-1 goes the count. And the 1-1 pitch is hit foul sharply towards the Spuds dugout. Everyone gets out of the way of the ball. Count 1-2. One, two outs, no one on base. 4 runs already in as Creighton misses down in the dirt. Count now 2-2. Well, the Casper Spuds 11 runs on 11 hits. 2-2 pitch hit on the ground towards third. Gets by Jackson Mix for a 2-out base hit off the bat of Dawson Barricani. Barricani picks up his first hit of the day, 12th hit for the Spuds on the evening. Brings up Matt Marsick. Well, Marsick today 1 for 3 with a walk. Takes that pitch for a strike. Now the 0-1 to Marsick misses low and away, count 1-1. Barricani not much speed off of first. The only hitter in the Spuds lineup coming into this ballgame without a stolen base on the season. 1-1 pitch is fouled back, count 1-2. Zap still trying to get out of the top of the ninth inning, 4 runs in on what has been 3 hits and a walk. As that ball misses high, count now 2-2. The 2-2 pitch hit on the ground, and a nice play by Lucas Creighton. Did he go between the legs on that one? Lucas Creighton might have gone between the legs. A highlight reel play for the pitcher, but he's got other things to think about as he gave up 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning. Spuds lead the Zap 11-5. Going to take a rally for the Zap coming into the bottom of the 9th inning. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Give us a shout today.
We got an extra hat in here. I'll go rally.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is...
So Tyler Guidry coming on to pitch for the Casper Spuds in the bottom of the 9th inning. Guidry out of Navarro College. He's gone 9 innings so far this year, posting a 3.89 ERA, 8 strikeouts against 6 walks over his first 7 appearances. Well, the Zap, they're going to need to do a lot of damage at the plate. They trail by 6. It's an 11-5 Spuds lead. The Zap had battled back from down 5-0. They tied the game up in the bottom of the 7th inning. But a Josh Phillips 2-run home run in the 8th gave the Spuds a 7-5 lead. They tacked on 4 more runs in the top of the 9th inning. Got our rally caps on up here in the press box. Hey, where's our rally caps? Well, my rally cap in the form of a little ice cream helmet, an Oahe Zap ice cream helmet that's sitting up between my head and my headset. Tyler Hoffman will lead it off for the Zap. Tyler Guidry on the mound. Comes home with the fastball, missing inside the count 1-0 on Hoffman. Well, Hoffman 0 for 3 today with a walk. The 1-0 pitch, fastball misses inside once again. So Guidry behind in the count now 2-0. You know, in a 6-run deficit, you need base runners. A walk from Tyler Hoffman is about as good as a home run. Hoffman hits that one on the ground, backhanded by Schlotterbeck across his body to first. A strong defensive play from Dylan Schlotterbeck at short retires the first out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. So that will bring up Leandro Guevara. Guevara 1 for 3 on the day. A triple back in the 3rd. Pitch from Guidry misses down in the dirt, count 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball drops in for a strike on Guevara to even up the count at 1-1. That fastball hit well out towards right center field. Ranging back is Marsick. Marsick now turns to his right as the wind was taking it a little bit, but he makes the play for the second out of the inning, and the Oahe Zap are down to their final out in Vince Polizzi. Well, the rally hats don't seem to be working up here in the press box. Vince Polizzi batting now with 2 men out. He tied the game up back in the 7th with a double to right, grounds that one to short. This might do it. Schlotterback fields, fires to first, and that is the final out of the ball game. The Casper Spuds taking this one by a score of 11-5. A strong effort from the Oahe Zap, who came back from a 5-0 deficit but led up 6 unanswered in the 8th and 9th innings. So the Zap moved to 2-1 on the second half of the season. The Casper Spuds now 1-0 on the second half. They win their 10th ball game in a row, as some discussions now with the umpires on the field, one between Haberger and one with Jake Hutter and the home plate umpire, possibly about some of the balks that have been called in the past days, but the discussions look friendly. Casper Spuds take this one by a score of 11-5. I'm Evan Epstein. Want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your Thursday evening to watch some Zap baseball. We'll be back tomorrow, Zap vs. Spuds, Game 2, 6:05 p.m. Central. Make sure to tune in. Have a great rest of your night.
No. Did we even beat them last year?
I don't know, it wasn't here.
I don't think we did.
I feel like I need a picture of this. I don't know what it looks like.